Hey, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly reading. I'm using an oracle deck this week. I usually always do tarot, but I thought I would branch out and do an oracle deck. I'm going to be reading with the Power of 8 Chakra oracle cards. I just did an unboxing video of this deck, and I'll probably post that kind of the same time that I post this. So if you want to see all of these cards, you can check that video out. But I was actually really surprised and impressed with how well this deck read, so I decided to use it for the weekly reading. Okay, so let me just zoom out a little. All right, so my intention with this reading is to get a snapshot of the week ahead so that we have some fresh ideas, insights, and inspiration. Now, the first card I'm going to turn over represents Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week, and I'm just going to turn it on its side because the message is on the side. So these cards have like little affirmations on them. So this one says, I am worthy of love. I am worthy of love. So the beginning of the week, I feel like this is a time to perhaps practice a little self-care and focus on getting centered and maybe even opening up your heart chakra. And one way of doing this is, well, there's a bunch of different methods of doing this. But the affirmation on the card is an interesting place to start. So when you put your hand on your heart and close your eyes and say to yourself, I am worthy of love. And if you repeat that, say 3 or 4 times, and like really believe it, what do you notice? Like, do you get a rush of emotion? Do you feel emotionally numb? Do you get insights, ideas, visions? Like, what happens? Does your logical mind jump in there and want to argue with you? Just notice what happens. And this is kind of the first step. I feel like if we do this at the beginning of the week, it's going to set the tone for the rest of the week. And another way of getting into your heart chakra is a meditation technique where you visualize people in your life that you know, could be friends, could even be people you don't like, but you visualize them experiencing joy and really feeling happy and satisfied and loved in their life. And you just spend a couple minutes picturing that. And what it does is it brings your energy up and it helps you open your heart space. And it's a really powerful practice. I just started doing it. And yeah. Okay, so let's move on to the second card. I'm just going to put this card back on its end here. Okay, so this card is for the middle of the week. So Wednesday and Thursday. Ooh, this is a really pretty one. Okay, it says, I am aligned, and it shows a person with all the chakras in a row, and it's this idea of being aligned, meaning all your chakras, all your energy centers are balanced. But I feel like there's even a deeper meaning to this card. What does it mean to you to be aligned? Like, what does that mean? For me, it means that my actions and the things that I'm focused on and the things I'm putting, energy into, the words that I say, the idea of being aligned is that all of those things line up with what your values are, what's important to you. Yeah, basically your values and I guess morals and all that. So when you're out of alignment, so if let's say you're working a job that has no meaning to you and maybe even goes against what your values are, it's going to feel awful. It's going to feel uncomfortable. And I I think that's one way that we know that we're out of alignment, if we start to experience not feeling good. So that could look many different ways. It could be just feeling this feeling of maybe being disturbed or feeling kind of discontent, like a low buzzing kind of beneath the surface. Or it could actually be where you're like really depressed or really feeling badly. And sometimes this can be an indication that something is out of alignment and that you need to get back into alignment. So a good question to ask yourself this week is, what's important to me? What are my values? What do I really believe in? And does the bulk of my day, the things that I spend time doing and working towards, is it in alignment with those values? Okay, let's look at the last card. This is the card for the weekend. Ooh, I like this one. This is really good. Nighttime is magic. I agree. I think nighttime is magic. It's my favorite time of night. All right, so nighttime is magic, and this is the card of the weekend. You may find yourself wanting to stay up late this weekend, and maybe even into the week. You feel drawn to stay up late, and I actually don't know what the moon is doing. I should look at the calendar. I'm not sure. I feel like we just had a full moon, but maybe there's another one approaching. Mind you, this shows a crescent moon, not a full moon. And so this weekend is a time to really enjoy the nighttime and enjoy. I know some people have increased creativity, and I always feel a deeper connection just to like source energy or my higher self or spirit or whatever you want to think of it as. I feel a deeper connection to that realm when everything's dark, when it's nighttime. That's when I can do some really fun journaling, or even just drawing and meditating and things like that. I find it much easier to do at nighttime than in the light of the day. So really capitalize on the magic of nighttime this weekend, and use that time to feed your creativity. If you've got really creative artsy projects that you're working on, the evenings might be an ideal time to do that. Also, make an effort in the evenings to connect with your spiritual side, with your soul or your higher self, whether that's through journaling or meditation or doing reading your cards, or however you like to do it. It feels like the nighttime is the perfect time to do that this week. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly look at these three cards together and see. They're both really different cards, like visually, they're very different. So I'm actually not seeing any real similarities. Just the theme of sort of the beginning of the week here, I think it's really important to get into your heart space, get into that kind of energy. That's going to help you kind of balance things out. I feel like the middle of the week is a time to recalibrate, to get balanced out, to just kind of take stock of things and ask yourself if the projects you're working on and the things that you're doing are kind of in alignment with what your highest truth is, what your highest values are. And then the end of the week is just kind of a treat. I feel like it's just kind of a bonus. And the bonus is that during the evening hours, you're going to have kind of an increased boost in creativity and ideas and insights and things like that. So that feels really good, really fun. So I'm curious to know what you think. If there's any ideas that you had as you were watching this reading. If so, please feel free to share in the comment section below. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week. And if you want to learn more about tarot and oracle card reading, you can check out my website, dailytarotgirl.com. I've got tons of fun tarot learning resources for you there. So I'm going to put the link to my site in the description box below this video.